To batch Bill.com API events. Start by understanding the basics of the Bill.com API and its event handling capabilities. The Bill.com API allows you to automate and integrate various financial tasks, such as invoicing and payment processing, into your existing workflows. First, familiarize yourself with the API documentation and the specific endpoints you will be working with. Identify the events you want to batch, such as creating multiple invoices or processing payments. Next, choose a programming language and library to interact with the Bill.com API. Popular options include Python and Java. Ensure you have the necessary credentials and authentication set up to make API requests. To batch events, you will need to create a JSON payload that contains an array of events. For example, if you are creating multiple invoices, your payload might include an array of invoice objects, each with its own set of properties such as invoice date, amount, and recipient. When constructing your payload, be mindful of the API's rate limits and batch size restrictions. Typically, the Bill.com API allows for batches of up to 50 events per request. Exceeding these limits can result in errors or throttling. Once you have constructed your payload, use your chosen programming language to make a POST request to the relevant API endpoint. Be sure to include any required headers, such as authentication tokens or content type specifications. After submitting your batch request, the API will process each event individually and return a response indicating the success or failure of each event. You can then parse this response to handle any errors or exceptions that may have occurred. Best practices for batching Bill.com API events include implementing robust error handling, logging requests and responses for debugging purposes, and testing your implementation thoroughly to ensure reliability and accuracy. By following these steps and guidelines, you can effectively batch Bill.com API events and streamline your financial workflows. Remember to consult the official API documentation for the most up-to-date information and to stay within the recommended usage limits.